Alright guys, welcome back to another loadout building video. Today we're going to have a lovely green themed loadout with a $500 budget. Now, I recently jumped back in to having a green loadout and I have been really enjoying it. Realistically, a year ago I should have just stuck with the green, but I mixed and matched a little bit. You guys know how it's been, but here for $500, you can actually get yourself a really nice green loadout. Just before we get into it, I want to remind you guys about the giveaway that we're running for this month. It's going to be picked for the winner at the beginning of August. It's for this field test of Bowie Knife Crimson Web, and all you have to do is make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from specifically this $500 green loadout, and let's get into it. If you're looking for the best place to buy and sell your Counter-Strike skins, then check out today's sponsor, Skinport. Skinport offers a fast, smooth, easy, and secure experience for buying and selling skins, and it's much cheaper when compared to buying on the Steam market. Let's take a budget combo, for example. On Skinport, you can get this for under £240, but on the Steam market, it would cost you about £310. That's a £70 saving that you could use towards other skins for your loadout. So whether you're looking for budget skins, building your first full loadout, or an experienced collector with no buying fees and a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot, Skinport has everything you need and more. Check out the link in the description, and thanks to Skinport for sponsoring today's video. I want a nice background that will show off the green skins quite nicely. Just based on mine, I think this is going to work really well. With this $500 budget, we're actually going to get a knife and glove combo, which you can see here. Yes, it is a gut knife, believe it or not, but it is going to be paired with Broken Fang Jade gloves. So it's a gut knife, Gamma Doppler, phase 2, so second best phase you can get, which is really nice. And it's paired, and it's factory, paired with field tested Jade gloves. These in field test look super good. Now, the reason I've gone for this combo rather than maybe shadow daggers or something like that is because of the bronzy brown nature of the Jade gloves with the brown handle of the gut knife. This actually works together quite nicely. The gloves are $100, the knife is $275, so we're going to spend $375 on the knife and glove combo. We're going to spend about $15 on agents, and that leaves us just over $100 for the weapon skins, but we can do something really good with that. Now, on the T side, I've suggested going for Jungle Rebel Elite Crew. This is about $9, just to give you an idea of what it looks like wrist-wise. It is sleeveless, which means it's just a clean pairing. It's not going to have any clash. And then this is how it looks like in-game if there's someone else spectating you or seeing you. You got the green shirt. That's basically what I've based it on, and it's sleeveless. It's probably the best option for the least amount that we have here on T side. And then on CT, we're going to have a sleeveless agent as well. It's actually the agent I use on CT for my loadout when I'm not playing officials. And it's Lieutenant Rex Crikey, Steel Frogman, $7 for him here. Main thing is sleeveless, so we don't get a clash. And then the plus side is he is green as well, with his funky ass hat. Now, you might be wondering what we're going to do here when really we've got like $115, $120 to spend on weapon skins, but we do a good job of it. The Glock's going to be the Nuclear Garden for $2.20. Yes, you could sack off a knife and glove combo and be getting stuff like, you could be getting like a phase 2 Gamma Doppler, a Glock for example, but I think this is a better option. Now, you guys would have seen that I'm using a Road Rash for mine, but I think for you guys here, for $500 for this loadout, I think the Monster Mashup is the right play. It is $24 in minimal wear. You can see it a little bit and go field test, and honestly, it still looks pretty good, but I like it in minimal wear. For the P2000, I'm going to go cheap and cheerful here. If you want to use one, it's literally 12 cents for a turf and minimal wear. It does everything you need. Now, as we're well aware, the only green deagle option is an Emerald Jörmungandr, which is very expensive. So what I've done here is we've been a little bit creative. Because the gloves have bronze on it, I've actually gone for the Corinthian as the deagle, and I actually think this looks pretty sick as a combination. This is 50 cents for factory new, and I think how it pairs in with the accents on the glove, and the fact that it actually has quite a lot of nice detail in itself as a skin for this sort of like low price, I think this is actually pretty cool. Now, the one area that green loadouts do just struggle is the AK, and for this, I'm flipping the script today, because we're going to get an AK-47 Wasteland Rebel. That's what we're going for. Again, it has brown on it, kind of pairs with gloves, and it's just something a bit different. We're not going to... You could go for an Emerald Pinstripe, you could go for a green laminate, they're all just a bit basic. I think you'll get a Wasteland Rebel, $44 for minimal wear, and you just enjoy it. It's something a bit different. You can put some green stickers onto it if you want to. I think with the gloves, this allows us to do this. Just go for something a bit different. Go for a headshot if you want. Over in the M4A1S side of things, I am going to go for the Infosource S for 75 cents in minimal wear. The likes of the flashback does exist. We don't have the budget for a Moss Quartz, so we're just going to get this, and it fits in fairly nicely. I think it's actually quite a cool skin for the price. And then for the M4A4, I don't want to go for a Jungle Tiger, and again, big lack of green M4A4s. You can go for an living color, which is mixed with green, but recently, I've kind of been liking the Urban DD pack for this. Factory new, sorry, it's $2.80. So what I suggest is you put a craft on it. For example, to show you mine, I picked one up with some optic stickers on it, and with my green gloves, this actually looks pretty good. The suggestion I have for you guys is just some Imperial glitters from Copenhagen. It's super cheap to get the stickers and the skin. In fact, you need it's like $3.36. It's not a perfect green pairing, but just go get some like green papers, green glitters, pop them on, and it'll look like an extra layer. And then finally, of course, the agenda has to continue. It is going to be the Aetheris. Minimum wear for this is $4.50. Super nice. Blue base with the green detailing. A great option. Now, you get a really nice pick when it comes to the MP9. It's going to be the Hydra. Minimum wear of $7.40. Same skin I'm using in my green loadout. This is kind of just end game for green MP9s, in my opinion. I do find it quite cool when you compare the likes of a Glock and an AK or a Glock and a Mac-10, and I've done that here. We're going to go for the Nuclear Garden in minimum wear, which is $7.50. And if you're wondering, all these prices are from the 8th of July. So if you're watching it down the line and there's some changes, that'll be why. Then on the P250 side of things, we're going to go for a Sea Leader. This gives me very similar vibes to the Monster Mashup. Another reason why I like having both in the loadout. Yes, blue base actually seems sort of vibe as the Aetheris too. That blue base with a lot of green on it that looks super cool. We do have a perfect option when it comes to the Tech 9. It's going to be the Bamboozles. Just over $half for this in minimum wear. I think looks sick. Now, the Famous has an option. Not my favorite skin in the game, but for 8 cents for minimum wear to fit the theme, really you're not going to be using the Famous a crazy amount. So at least it fits in and we have something 8 cents. We'll take it. The flip side is the Gale actually is a really nice skin in the Eco. Now, the green again here with the Jades to the green on this is a difference, but you'll be getting that regardless what gloves you go for. Even if you tried to go like field test at Turtles, it'd be some clash. I think overall, because of how good the Phase 2 looks with the Jades, is still the right play. This Eco, by the way, is $4.20 in field test it. I would say the only real 5.7 option is going to be the Hot Shot, so please, Valve, could we get a nice budget green 5.7 in future cases? That would be great. $3.50 for this is sweet. Now, my jewelries of choice, I'm changing it from the Royal Consorts. Now, you can go buy Royal Consorts if you want to, but I've gone for the Retributions here for $3 in minimum wear. Just something a bit different. Honestly, looking at it with the gloves, the Royal Consorts would be a great pick here, realistically. Like, these work so well with the gloves, and they're cheaper. Go get these if you want. If you want something a bit different, get the Retribution. Dragon Tech for the SG is absolutely perfect. 65 cent minimum wear. Really nice color pairing with the gloves. Perfect. Then we're going to go for a Car Jade in factory new. Specifically recommend a souvenir for this to get it cheaper. And with a bit of overpay for a lower float to try and get rid of some of those scuffs you see on the front, which are basically impossible to get away completely, you're talking about $8. Now, another one that pairs perfectly with the gloves is going to be the Watchdog XM. $1.30 for this. The Jade coloring is pretty much the same. And then those bronzy brown accents are so similar. This is perfect. Now, my green MP7 of choice is going to be the Power Core for $1.30. There's actually a couple of decent options for the MP7. I don't think any are perfect, at least in my opinion. None of them are really like, yes, I really want to use that skin. I still use the Just Smile instead, but I think Power Core is the best shout. And then to round it off, of course, we're going to get a Scout Acid Fade. What else would we get? I've put this down for $1, so you can go get yourself a good fade percentage and maybe a good low float, maybe a 00 float, because really you can get those for $1. It's amazing how cheap these are. Now, that rounds everything off. Now, the total skins cost for today is going to be $512. Now, we are $12 over the $500 mark, but we're within that 5 to 10% buffer, which is really what we're here for. And really, we're like barely in that 5% buffer, so I think it's pretty fine. Like I say, you could change the jewelers to cut down. You could buy a headshot instead of a Wasteland Rebel. You could buy an Aquamarine Revenge instead, if you really wanted to, and that'll cut it down. The combo cost you're seeing was $375, and then the rest was on the weapon skins. I think this is a pretty sick loadout for $500. Maybe the argument for red or blue being a bit better overall, because maybe you're not on a gut knife, but I do think this is sweet. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts of it down below. And then before I go, just to remind you guys, we have the Bowie Knife Crimson Web field test to give away this month. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and that's how you can get an entry for it. We'll pick the winner at the start of August. And before I go, just a big thank you to the YouTube members that continue to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. If you're not aware, being a YouTube member is the best way to directly support me and the content I'm making. You can find out more information by checking that join button just below the video. It'll tell you about all the perks and all that goodness. And what do you think of my Battle Scarred Hyper Priest that I've just thrown away? I'm going to end it there. Have a good one, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.